So your company is interested in a new phone system. Maybe your old phone system is end of life, or for some reason it's time to shop for phone systems, and hosted VoIP is obviously one of the options you are considering. Well, your company also uses Salesforce for your CRM. You should absolutely narrow your search to hosted VoIP service providers who can integrate with Salesforce with an out-of-the-box integration, meaning that it doesn't have to be custom built. And there's 4 major reasons why you should, and all those reasons are going to help your company more than whatever it costs to integrate with Salesforce. Number 1, your company is going to have the ability to have screen pops every time a customer calls in that is inside your Salesforce already. So if they're a contact in Salesforce and they call into your company, your employee receiving the call will automatically have a screen pop knowing who's calling, so they can answer the call by name. Now, what customer doesn't like that when they call into your company if the person answering already knows who they are, knows all the information about their company because their Salesforce record already popped up, they have all the information on previous calls that have happened. That person answering the phone is going to be able to respond much better to that customer, which is going to obviously increase your customer experience. Number 2 is when that customer calls in, or if somebody calls one of your existing customers, an activity can automatically be created in Salesforce, meaning that the person receiving the call or the person making the call doesn't have to manually create an activity. So that does 2 things. Number 1, it ensures that the activity actually gets created, because I guarantee you a lot of employees are not creating the activities within Salesforce that they need to, or managers are wasting a lot of time having to tell them repeatedly to not forget to create an activity every time they interact with a customer or receive a call. So that's number 1, is making sure that the activity actually gets generated, which will create a better record of activities with your customer base. Also, not only will the activity get generated and make sure it happens, it will save your employees the time and agony of having to do a couple extra clicks every single time they interact with a customer. So making your employees do less manual, monotonous tasks is going to allow them to be more efficient, allow to get more done, which obviously equates to your company making more money. Okay, so number 3 is that by integrating your phone system, your hosted VoIP service provider with your Salesforce account, you can automatically route calls within your company based on Salesforce criteria. So for instance, if you have maybe high-profile customers that you have a certain field filled out for a high-profile customer, your phone system can automatically route those customers to a certain call group that's assigned for high-profile customers. So what that means is customers get to where they need to go faster, which gives them a better customer experience, which makes them a more loyal customer and a more vocal customer about how much they like your company, which at the end of the day means your company makes a lot more money. And lastly, the 4th reason why it's beneficial for your company to integrate your hosted VoIP provider with Salesforce is that all the phone calls are automatically visible in Salesforce reporting. So as your managers want to pull up reports on Salesforce, they don't have to pull separate reports. They don't have to go into your hosted VoIP phone system to pull reports versus stay in Salesforce and pull reports. It just makes it a more efficient experience for managers. It makes them work faster, and they don't have to switch systems more often, which makes them happier. So all in all, happier employees, more efficient employees make your company more money. So at the end of the day, finding a hosted VoIP service provider that integrates with Salesforce is going to help your company in those 4 ways that I talked about, and all those 4 ways are going to help your company make more money, which by far and away costs justify any additional costs you'll have to pay for a hosted VoIP service provider to integrate with your Salesforce CRM. I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions on which service providers actually integrate with Salesforce, reach out and either call me or email me. I'm happy to ask you a few more questions and see which service providers are the best fit for your company and refer you to them. And don't worry, those service providers pay our company our broker fee, so you never have to pay us a dime. There's absolutely no excuse to go trying to search for this on your own. You'll probably search Google all day long and still not find the right service providers. Just call me or email me. I'm happy to talk to you, get you in front of the right people fast, and help you out.